I began by adding a single layer of styrofoam to the bottom of the briefcase to act as a base for all the scenery I wanted to add. I then added a second layer to ensure that the river I wanted to add later would have more depth. As none of the other supplies I had ordered had arrived yet, this was all I could do for the first week of the project. After my grass sheet had arrived, I wrapped the styrofoam base in it and made sure that everything was secure. And then after that, I went outside and did this.
I am the rock goblin. I come out at night and I look for rocks.
After doing whatever that was, I glued all the rocks to the base of the riverbed, thus adding a more cliff-like texture to it. This ended up looking really good. The next thing I wanted to add was a display case to showcase all my locomotives and rolling stock. I took a small wooden box from Amazon, cut up some wooden board thing, and made shelves with it. I then secured the case to the inside of the briefcase with some very strong Velcro, and it has worked ever since. The last piece I needed for the layout, some flexible track, would not arrive until a week later, so I decided to kill some time by designing my own scratch-built OO9 rolling stock, including a slate van and a brake van. These ended up looking really good, and they roll really well behind Palmerston. To my very, very unfortunate surprise, bending the track into shape turned out to be the hardest part of the entire project. As I cut my hand several times trying to get it into the right shape, it would constantly bend itself out of place whenever I let go of it for 2 seconds, and the hot glue I added to keep it in place was not doing a very good job. That, and I got the curve radius wrong twice and had to rip it up and reinstall it again. After much hardship, I got the track into the right shape I needed, and it was able to run locomotives on it. Now that the track was laid, all that was left was gluing down all the scenery and making sure everything's final position didn't affect the closability of the briefcase. Once all of that was done, I had finally completed my first ever narrow gauge layout. Not only that, it was my first ever portable layout, as I can take this thing wherever I want due to it being inside of a briefcase.